Thank you, sir. It's over to you.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister for State for External Affairs, other officials, dignitaries, distinguished guests. I'm really very happy that I have been given this opportunity, really delighted to be able to speak to you all on this occasion. As my counterpart ambassador sitting there of the European Union, Hugo Stuto mentioned, the last 2, 3 years have been really very, very significant in terms of injecting new energy and making India-EU strategic partnership even more intensive and vigorous. The India-EU summit in July 2020, the India-EU 27 leaders meeting in May 2021, and the visit of the President of the European Commission to India in April 2022 are a reflection of high-level interactions that has characterized our relationship in recent years. Our political exchanges with every one of the EU member states has also witnessed unprecedented intensification in the last 2 to 3 years. Arguably, India has engaged Europe as a region much more during this time than any other region in the world. And this speaks of our commitment, and I think also speaks of the commitment of the EU leadership to bring a similar reciprocal political willingness to engage. Our relations have expanded across all domains, whether it is trade and investment, where we have seen a resumption of trade and investment negotiations. 4 rounds of such negotiations have happened, and positive progress has been registered. We also established Trade and Technology Council last year during the visit of the President of the European Commission in April 2022. Subsequently, we were able to launch it formally in February this year, and the first meeting took place in May last month, this very year. And I think this has really imparted a new strategic edge to the partnership. One of the things about the India-EU relationship traditionally has been that it's cast its net very wide, and which is very natural given that we are two very large entities and there is a whole area that in which to engage with each other. But sometimes as a result, we did not know exactly what are the real buttons to press and which are the things that we must move faster than the others, which would be based on our mutual priorities. And I think the Trade and Technology Council, as a political steer on the top of the relationship, is aimed at providing that strategic and a very strong focus to the relationship. Having said all of this, I think this is a very broad-based partnership. We are very happy that connectivity has emerged as an important focus of this relationship. It is one of the 4 or 5 very, very important pillars that we from the Indian side see as important for the relationship. Connectivity has always been an important pillar of the Indian foreign policy, at least over the last decade or so. And we were very happy, therefore, that the EU came out with a global gateway strategy. Even prior to the global gateway strategy that the EU announced, we had a connectivity partnership that was announced, that was agreed upon by the two sides during the India-EU 27 leaders meeting in Porto in May 2021. And the one very, very revealing aspect of both the connectivity partnership between India and the EU and the global gateway is the very similarity in values and principles on which we want to base our connectivity initiatives. And our connectivity initiative, the partnership, had 3 broad elements as well. It, of course, as I mentioned, first is the values and principles on which our connectivity relationship should be based. And the second was the focus areas, the 4 focus areas: digital, energy, transport, and people-to-people ties. And the third element was to cooperate, the two sides working together to build connectivity in third countries around India's neighborhood, extended neighborhood, Africa, and other parts of the developing world. I think this actually emphasizes a much more collaborative sort of a focus in the relationship, where there is both India and EU direct connectivity, and there is also work from emerging out of the direct relationship to take it to the good, larger global good to the third countries in Asia and Africa. So I would emphasize this particular aspect of collaboration and cooperation across all four domains. I was very happy that this was an area that had a devoted discussion during the discussions among the ministers at the recently held Trade and Technology Council. And what emerged clearly that there is a considerable potential for work in third countries, as apart from working bilaterally, and that we would be working to build certain synergies in that area and find opportunities for the two sides to work together. I cannot but say that we are watching uh, with great interest the development of the Global Gateway initiative of the EU. It is at this time developing, and we are looking at the various instruments that EU will bring to bear upon, so that we can work together and develop this further in collaboration with the EU. Our experience in this area is very well known. We have been working in this area for quite some time on the Indian side, both in our neighborhood as well as in the extended neighborhood around us, and even in African and Latin American countries. If I remember right, we have completed or are in the process of implementing over 600 projects in 78 countries. And this ranges from all the various areas of strength that Indian economy represents: digital, energy, transport, people to people, which includes training and capacity building. So I do hope that this conference contributes to the further development of the trajectory of our relationship in this very important area of connectivity. And I wish the deliberations very well. Thank you.